What's going on, Dodgers Nation? Doug McCain here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMAC_LA. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. For all latest Dodgers news, rumors, hype videos, interviews, podcasts, you're going to find it right here. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, and I want all your takes down below in the comment section. Give me all your takes on Trevor Bauer down below in the comment section. And for all latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So Trevor Bauer, the man of the Bauer, the most talked about free agent in all of Major League Baseball this offseason. You know how he likes to use social media, from Twitter to his YouTube channel Momentum. He knows how to create a buzz. He knows how to stir up the pot. Well, today he got into a little bit of a Twitter war with MLB insider Jon Heyman, and you know I'm all here for it.
Sheriff, he's over here.
Okay, so it all started when Jon Heyman tweeted, "Interested teams suggest Trevor Bauer seeks a 5 or 6 year deal for $36 million to $40 million, about $200 million. Bauer is coming off a brilliant Cy Young season, but the star market is slow. The record AAV is $36 million by Bauer's UCLA teammate Garrett Cole. Agent Rachel Luba declines comment on talks." And then, of course, Trevor Bauer, he responded with a little quote tweet action. He says, "John, thank God for you. I'm learning so much about my free agency from your tweets. Keep them coming." Also, at Agent Rachel Luba is her Twitter tag in case you want to tag her next time. But Bauer wasn't done yet. He would go on to tweet, "Also, if you're going to go out of your way to report that someone declines to comment, you might want to make sure it's actually true. It's not. Don't you have to actually talk to someone for them to decline? Wouldn't want to be fake news now, would we, Johnny boy?" And then Jon Heyman responded to someone on Twitter saying she did actually text back to decline comment. And then here's Trevor Bauer's agent, Rachel Luba, at Agent Rachel Luba, replying to Jon Heyman. She tweets, "I've been traveling all day and haven't opened your texts, re-contract lengths, and dollar amounts. If you're referring to prior conversations we've had when I declined to comment, I feel it's disingenuous to tweet this without giving me a chance to respond to your text this evening." Okay, so a nice little Twitter sparring match there between Trevor Bauer, his agent, and MLB insider Jon Heyman. But the most important bit of information in that exchange was Jon Heyman's tweet, where he reported that Trevor Bauer is looking for a 5 to 6 year deal worth $36 to $40 million per season. Now, if that's the case with Trevor Bauer, you can eliminate the Dodgers as a potential suitor for his services. They will not consider signing him to a 5 or 6 years deal worth upwards of $200 million total. That's not going to happen. Here's Andrew Friedman right now, leaving the Trevor Bauer talks.
So I ran to the end of the road, and when I got there,
and this is no knock on Trevor Bauer. Look, the league could use more guys like him. The way he embraces social media, he's got his YouTube channel Momentum. He builds a lot of interest in this game and helps build a buzz for it. He had an outstanding 2020 season where he won the Cy Young Award. He posted a 1.73 ERA, a 2.88 FIP, a 2.76 ERA plus, a 7.95 WHIP, 12.3 strikeouts per 9. That was good for third in all of Major League Baseball. And credit to Trevor Bauer. He had a really rocky 2019 season, and he bounced back in a big way, made 12 starts, but 6 of those 12 starts were against some of the worst offensive teams in baseball, the Brewers, Pirates, and the Cubs. He feasted off bad competition. Now, it does help him that he finished really strong. That 12 punch-out game against the Atlanta Braves, that really comes to mind when you think of Trevor Bauer in 2020. And I like Trevor Bauer. I like him as an elite number 2 starter. I don't see him as a number 1 starter on a World Series championship team. I know he's got the elite spin rate. I know there's some advanced peripherals that favor him, but the reality is he has 2 elite seasons in 9 years. He only has 2 seasons where he's posted a sub-3 ERA. The rest of them, it's been up and down for Trevor Bauer, and I just wouldn't feel comfortable backing up the Brinks truck for a player that hasn't been consistently great for long enough to get that kind of contract. And if you're Trevor Bauer, you couldn't have dreamed of a better platform season. You win the ERA title, you win the Cy Young Award, and I hear everyone out there, oh, you got to bring in the Cy Young Award winner. But to me, look, Jacob deGrom would have gotten the three-peat had he not had that neck injury, that hamstring injury. He was on pace to win another Cy Young Award. And if we're talking 162 games, he gets his 30-plus starts. You know Jacob deGrom is by far the best pitcher in baseball and would have won that Cy Young Award. But Trevor Bauer, give him all the credit in the world. He came in this year ready. He dominated throughout, and he's in a position where he can get a big deal. I just don't think it's going to be in the $36 million range. Now, had he posted these numbers in a full 162-game season, I would probably feel differently right now. Had he faced more potent own offenses during the season. Now, look, he did face the Chicago White Sox, had a really nice outing against them, and then he was shoving against the Atlanta Braves, like I said, in the wild card series. But for the most part, he was facing average to below average offenses all season long. Had he made the rounds against the Padres or the Dodgers and put up these same numbers, making 30-plus starts, I think I would say maybe you do consider breaking the bank for him. But with his results, with his track record, he hasn't been consistently dominant enough for me to consider giving him DeGrom or Garrett Cole money. And based on what we saw from him last season, I'm fine with him being considered a top 10 pitcher in baseball. I just wouldn't throw that kind of money at him. I would consider him at $25 to $28 million on a shorter-term deal. To me, it's the length and the average annual value that really hurts. Look, you might get 2-3 really good years from him, but the back end, you know there's going to be a Bauer outage at the end of that contract, and I don't want to suffer that. So I think he makes sense for a lot of teams that are desperate for starting pitching. Look, just drive down the 5 freeway. The Anaheim Angels could really use Trevor Bauer. Dylan Bundy pitched great last year, but they need so much starting pitching help, and he could provide that. Then there's teams like the Mets. You could pair him with Jacob deGrom, send him up to San Francisco, down to Houston, Chicago, Philly. He makes sense for a lot of teams, but to me, the Dodgers do not need to overpay for Trevor Bauer. Remember, Andrew Freeman does the fleecing. It's not the other way around, and I'm not saying the Dodgers couldn't use another frontline starter, but I want to see how this season plays out first. I want to take a look at this rotation, and then if they need to add a starter during the season, then you might make a trade. Look, I think Luis Castillo with the Cincinnati Reds is a name that makes a lot of sense. He's still young. He's got a couple more years of team control. The Reds, a natural trading partner. That's a name I will keep my eye on. But before we go out and make any signings that could hurt our chances of re-signing Corey Seager, Walker Buehler, Cody Bellinger, or making any trades, let's see how the starting rotation looks next season. Let's see how Walker Buehler looks having a normal offseason, coming into camp ready to go. How will Kershaw's health look? How will David Price pitch, having missed an entire season? And what kind of leap will Julio Urias and Dustin May and Tony Gonsolin make? I think they could take a big leap next season. What if after his performance in the postseason, Urias has a breakout year, or Dustin May turns into a phenom, or Tony Gonsolin builds off that Baseball America Rookie of the Year campaign? So I think the Dodgers rotation is pretty set right now, and I would definitely be willing to make some moves during the season. But if I'm the Dodgers right now, I'm still focusing on adding bullpen help and a right-handed bat. They need to bolster that bullpen, and they need some more firepower from the right side. Look, if I had $25 million to spend, I'd be spending it on DJ LeMahieu and not Trevor Bauer. So let's say maybe they get into February, because that's what's going to happen. If he doesn't get that offer that he wants, he's going to be deep into February without a contract. Let's say his asking price drops substantially and he wants to win a World Series and he goes with the Dodgers. Maybe that's possible, but right now I don't think it's going to happen. I don't see him join the Dodgers this offseason. I think Trevor Bauer is going to sign elsewhere, and I think right now it's safe to say that the Dodgers and Trevor Bauer, it's a non-starter. There's no negotiations happening if he's looking for that kind of money. You know how Andrew Freeman runs this organization. There's no way he would sign him to a 6-year deal at $36 million per season. Now, do I think Trevor Bauer is vastly overrated? I don't. I think he's a really good pitcher. He's always improving. You see his work with Driveline, but I think he's somewhere in between last year's 1.73 ERA and 2019's 4.48 ERA. I think it's somewhere in between. I think he's a really good pitcher, a solid number 2 on a World Series contending team possibly. I still think there's one tier above Trevor Bauer. Guys like DeGrom, Cole, Bieber, Walker Buehler, especially in the postseason. But let me know down below in the comments. How do you feel about Trevor Bauer? Will he end up with the Dodgers? Give me a Y for yes, give me an N for no, and then make your prediction. Where will he ultimately sign up? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you're a fan of baseball and the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. For all the latest Dodgers news, rumors, hype videos, interviews, podcasts, you're going to find it right here on the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. And my name is Doug McCann. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMAC_LA. For all the latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. And as always, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.